So, we're hearing the rain right now. I was about to mention the rain. You can hear it from our roof.
Yes, you can. Going to have to take a little bit of extra time this morning. Some of those roads are a little bit on the wet side, Rob.
Yeah, you know, once you get to about I-65 and head east, all the way through Huntsville, of course, up top here in Montesano, we're seeing that batch of rain moving through. And there are some pockets of some moderate rainfall that could pull the visibility down, also make for just some damp, slippery roads. So please give yourself some time. Kind of a neat shot, though, with that batch of rain moving in from our Gunnersville sky cam. Not only do you have the rain, but these are also pretty low clouds. You'll notice how these clouds are just about 100, 200 feet off the ground. And as they run into some of these hills, some of these mountains, that's basically fog. So that drops your visibility close to zero for some spots. So again, just take some time and give yourself some plenty of distance in between you and the next car. There you go. There's that batch of rain kind of right along I-65 and off to the east, but you'll notice plenty of showers to the southwest. That'll be impacting areas west of I-65 through the rest of this morning. We are seeing those pockets of some heavier rainfall, but thankfully no cloud to ground lightning being picked up on the lightning data here this morning. It will zoom in a little bit closer to DeKalb County. We're looking at Marshall and Madison County earlier. You'll notice just some steady rainfall moving in from out of the south-southwest over top of Boaz, Collinsville, Fife, all the way to about Fort Payne. Henniger just getting in on that steady rain, and that's going to continue to race to the northeast. And it's kind of an interesting setup here this morning. You got a big batch of tropical moisture coming in from out of the southwest of the Gulf of Mexico. Actually goes all the way back to the Pacific Ocean. And then we have actually a little bit of a fetch of moisture coming from Tropical Storm Elsa, kind of having two feeds of all of this tropical sticky air mass feeding these showers this morning and also feeding that threat for scattered thunderstorms into the afternoon hours. Chance is actually pretty high, going with about a 60-70% chance through the late afternoon hours. But thankfully, most of the data, once we reach about 7, 8 o'clock this evening, really backs off on the coverage and even just the threat of thunderstorms as we lose the heat of the day. So if you're heading out to the Trash Pandas game, I wouldn't cancel your plans just yet because we could get lucky. You'll notice by 8, 10 o'clock tonight, rain chances really starting to drop off. And of course, it's at the first pitch at 6:35. We could just be completely dry. The biggest concern at those games would be lightning. Future radar and satellite, 7 a.m. this morning, seeing those showers race to the north. Could have a few embedded thunderstorms here for the morning commute. But by lunchtime, that's when we're starting to see the scattered thunderstorms developing. A lot of the activity on this particular forecast model stays mostly west of I-65 through about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And all these thunderstorms, as we get closer to 6, 7 o'clock, you'll notice how they kind of start to fall apart and weaken. So just in time, maybe, for the Trash Pandas game here this evening in Madison. Also seeing some thunderstorms moving into Marshall and DeKalb County. Those start to fall apart and weaken in the overnight hours, but a few showers will be possible. And then take a look at this. Latest data with tomorrow. This is Thursday afternoon. Seeing some pop-up showers and storms, but much lower coverage than what we're seeing today. So maybe some big improvements, but we'll still keep that threat in place. There's Elsa, 65 mile per hour sustained wind. So back down to tropical storm status. And we're expecting that right hook through Georgia and into the Carolinas and much weaker by this time tomorrow. There's the latest track when it comes to the landfall. So that's 2 o'clock here this afternoon. So from now to about the landfall, we'll say 10, 11 o'clock this morning, maybe closer to lunchtime. And that will bring a storm surge threat, heavy rain threat. Here locally, though, expecting about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain through the next 3 days, maybe locally higher totals. And just keep that active pattern in place on the 7-day forecast. Just about every single day has that chance, especially in the afternoon and evening hours through early next week.